gesture, but in another development, Bayo Onanuga, the special advisor on information and strategy to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has come under heavy criticism after he alleged that the supporters of Peter Obi are planning to cause mayhem across the country and that he should be held responsible for anarchy. Bayo made the claim in a post on X and also stated that the protest planners are also the same people who were instigated by Nnamdi Kanu to launch destructive ENDSARS protests in Nigeria in October 2020. His tweet reads in part, revealed, Peter Obi's supporters are the people planning mayhem in Nigeria. Obi should be held responsible for anarchy. They are the people spreading the hashtags "End Bad Governance," Tinubu must go, and Revolution 2024. Wow. They are not Democrats, but anarchists. They are attempting to call out our people via propaganda because their messiah, Peter Obi, failed to win the presidency in the 2023 election. As bad losers, they don't have the patience to wait for another election in 2027. They would rather destabilize Nigeria by staging a civilian coup against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Let me take this response from EJ. He wrote, Sir, it is important to acknowledge that Nigerians are experiencing frustration at this time. Yes, there are individuals who will continue to feel discontent after the 2023 election, but that shouldn't be the focus now. The government should prioritize finding solutions to the economic difficulties in the country and show empathy towards the struggles of its people. The Constitution guarantees the right to peaceful protest, which is essential for a healthy democracy. The people should be allowed to do that. Destructive protests, however, I do not support. Well, another user there wrote, he actually posted a video, and I'll play that video, but he wrote, this was Tinubu calling on Nigerians to come out during Jonathan's regime. Let's take a look at that video.
But they will forget the other one. That is what they are doing with your money. Not enough that they are stealing from our children tomorrow for lack of investment in education. They are still embezzling the retirement benefit of hardworking Nigeria, including our grandfathers. They are stealing the port, the treasury, not even leaving some coins for us to war with. Let them be out. Out now.
All right, that is our president. I was our president in 2014 calling, protests is our fundamental rights.
I didn't know.
You didn't know?
Bayo Onanuga to be a propagandist.
Oh, wow.
I have a lot of respect for him based on the work he did and in the struggles in this country. But the propagandist nature, I didn't know that part of him. He's just spreading propaganda. And we would like him to substantiate with empirical facts that is actually Peter Obi camp. And if he doesn't substantiate with empirical facts, Dr. Bati, you're the lawyer, I think he should be sued. Secondly, the one that hurt me the most is he went to mention the likes of them, Professor Patutomi, that had been busy in a fellowship in America, that he was also part of those that are trying to. This is just propaganda. Why is it that those, I repeat, that protested heavily against Jonathan hate protests today? I'll take you back. There's a tweet as made. You see, Twitter has too much receipts. By Bayo Onanuga on the 9th of January 2012. You know, as at then, the subsidy protests were still on, Occupy Nigeria. He tweeted, songs of protest sent to me by Omotunde Murtala Bello. So inspiring. Sing it if you speak Yoruba. These were people that were excited about protest in 2012. All I just needed to do was to go check his Twitter. So the question is, what changed? The parameters were empirically better under Jonathan than it is today. As at Jonathan's time, Nigeria was about one of the top 5 investment destinations in Africa. As at Jonathan's time, the economy was well close to 500 billion GDP. Today it has halved to 251 billion GDP. As at Jonathan's time, unemployment rate was not the way it is high today. As at Jonathan's time, we did not have well over 34% inflation. So pound for pound, all the parameters. As at Jonathan's time, if you go and check, the likes of the big companies that are living in Nigeria today were declaring bigger profits. And when they had that protest that they shut this country down for 2 weeks, Oji, nobody died. There was never a time that the military that was stationed around the Ganifawa Emi Square area went to shoot protesters. In fact, the only person that died was the overzealous police officer that shot somebody called Demola around Yaya Baton. That was the only incident we recorded. But look at what happened in ENDSARS. Look at all of this. All the time they kept on protesting and making this country ungovernable. Jonathan never for once said, please don't do it. Everybody had a right to protest.
That is it.
So why is it that now that the country is, all the indices are bad, these same people, this same Mr. Bayo Onanuga that tweeted a song of protest sent to him by Murtala Bello on the 9th of January 2012, finds it difficult and start to blame all sorts of people. Anyway, the Labour Party has responded to him. They said they have no hand in it. Obi too has been. If he has the facts that it's actually Obi, he should bring out the empirical facts. Yeah. If he doesn't, he should be sued. Can't a government spokesman be sued?
I mean, that's Dr. Abati can answer that question. A quick comment from you, and then we'll just take
I think in terms of just throwing that line of it's being propaganda. Number one, the reason for that protest is that Nigerians, according to reports, want to protest the hardship and the high cost of living. So the question as to where the Mr. Peter Obi conversation comes in is, Peter Obi increased the price of fuel and the attendant effect on Nigerians. Is it the one that's the determining factor of how much a bag of rice and a bag of gari is in the market? Is it the one that has ensured, that hasn't made the this student loan come to pass? Is it the one that has made transportation costs skyrocket without CNG buses, even though that is an ongoing conversation? So it is almost moving away from the real issues and pointing fingers at what is not. Right. Let them face the real concerns of Nigerians, Absolutely. Which is that Nigerians are suffering a being power. That is what people want them to address. If they can address it, perhaps there will be no protest, not pointing fingers at the gentleman.